How much do you think is acceptable to spend on a corset I may only wear once?
Like 100 or less?
I know. I was hoping for 50, but everything I really love is like pushing 150. The one was gorgeous. $200.
I think you need to then wear it again to justify.
Where am I wearing this?
I don't know. Hosts, when you do book club, have a dress up tonight. Halloween, go to a Halloween party.
Okay. I'm seeing the justification, and some of them had, like paying for installments. So then it's cheaper then, right?
It's not. Math. Then they usually charge you a little bit of interest, but
no, I only do the ones that's no interest. Otherwise, I just pay the full price.
Oh, smart. I think they all charge a little bit of interest.
Not all of them, no.
They don't?
I think I forget which one, like Affirm or Klarna. One of them, sometimes they say they will, but I don't know, every time they say no interest, and I hit that. But if they say interest, I just pay the in full.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart. Well, welcome to the Raining Cats and Dogs podcast, everyone. I am your host, Shannon.
I'm a tree.
I am hosting the show with a tree today.
What kind of tree would I be? Oh, a quiz.
What kind of tree would you be? Are you looking at BuzzFeed?
Yeah.
For a quiz?
Anyways, I'm Ariana. I'm sure you know. I think only friends listen to this.
Now, if you're new here, that's not true. We do have some fans that listen in from near and far because I get the demographic, the stats. If you're new here, welcome. I'm glad you found us, or sorry that you found us. Either way, hello. We are just a Reddit story we're a Reddit story. We are a
Reddit story.
We are a podcast that just chit chats, and then we read and discuss Reddit stories.
Okay, yeah. And now we're gonna move on and take a quiz. This is what kind of tree we are.
Okay.
What is your favorite season? I don't know. I'm between fall and winter. I think I like winter better than fall. Do you think that?
I think that.
What are you choosing?
I'm a fall.
You are a fall. No, next question. How do you go green? Growing your own garden, recycling, lower carbon footprint, reusable water bottles.
Recycling.
Reusable water bottles. It's the only thing I participate in, really. Choose a place to go on vacation. The Maldives, Europe, Aspen, Maine.
Okay, now is this like a dream vacation or a realistic choice?
I say if you had these 4 choices, all inclusive, paid for, which one are you going on?
Maldives.
I don't know. The picture of Maine looks really nice.
I love Maine. Maine was great.
I think I might go Aspen, though it looks very cold.
You like cold?
Yeah, but they're skiing, and I don't know how to ski in this photo.
It's okay. You can sit and enjoy the views and sip hot chocolate at the ski resort.
I'll go Aspen. Choose a superpower: super strength, teleporting, flight, or invisibility.
Ooh.
I think I'd do teleporting.
I was going to choose that, but since you did, I'll go invisibility because it was between those two.
Yeah, we think realistically. You know how much time you could save teleporting?
I
know. Which best describes you? Chill, friendly, thoughtful, outgoing. I'll go chill.
Am I friendly or am I thoughtful?
Friendly.
I'm not thoughtful.
I mean, you're thoughtful, but I'd say you're more friendly than thoughtful on the scales.
Okay.
What's your favorite color? Blue, purple, green, red. Red for me.
Blue or purple? I keep going between the two. Purple.
Choose your favorite animal. Sea turtle, polar bear, squirrel, deer.
Polar bear.
Who would choose a squirrel?
It's so cute.
I don't know. The deer is looking very majestic, but I think I'm going to go polar bear. What do you like best about nature? Animals, plants, landscapes, weather, animals. Oh my gosh, I love mine.
What do you like about nature? I'm going to say animals.
I'm an evergreen. I like it.
I'm a coconut tree.
Nice.
It makes no sense other than I want to go to the Maldives, maybe. Because I'm fall. I should be like a maple or apple tree. So I like to go apple picking.
No, you're a coconut. You're so thoughtful. You drop coconuts on people's heads.
Yeah, and you may love to drink coconut water.
Coconuts seem like a friendly tree.
It does seem like a friendly tree.
I'm happy with the evergreen.
Yeah.
Anyways, we can go back to what we had planned now.
Now back to your regular scheduled program. So was there anything you'd like to share for the week? We had the 4th of July.
I don't know.
Didn't really do anything.
No, it was nice. I'm glad.
It was low key. I took a couple days off of work the day before the
Jealous.
4th to leading up to it. And then I took today off. I didn't need to, but it was still kind of nice to like have 5 consecutive days of no work.
You could have like went somewhere.
I could have. Where would I go by myself?
I don't know.
Could have went to Europe.
You could. Weekend in Paris.
Weekend in Paris. Yeah, no, nothing new other than my pool I've been battling. I feel like, I wonder if in-ground pools are easier to keep pristine than above ground pools.
I would not know.
Any pool owners, I'd love it if you wrote in. Yeah, so my above ground pool has been very cloudy. I'd have to say the other day it looked milky. It was gross.
It was not milky. It was cloudy.
It was testing okay. One day the pH was slightly up, got that back to normal, and then I added some, I want to call it flatulence, but that's not it.
No, stop saying that.
Flocculent? Something like
what?
that. It's the stuff you put in, and then it's supposed to put like dead algae and sink it to the bottom because that's sometimes what the white cloudiness is. And it did that a little, not much. So I don't know. Today, I haven't done anything with it. Like every day, I'm like testing and doing something with it. I've done nothing, and it looks the best it has in like 4 days. So maybe it's saying like chill out to me. I don't know. And I also last week put on dish soap in there, so it would have been cloudy from that.
It turned my skin yellow. It had some kind of weird chemical reaction. Whatever she's been doing with this pool, with my sunscreen, wherever I had sunscreen, I was yellow, like a bright neon yellow.
It didn't do that
like
to me.
Highlighter yellow.
I don't know. That's weird.
Well, I used a different sunscreen than you did.
Clearly. Maybe something's wrong with that sunscreen.
No,
it's
been working great. Well, I think it's like a year or two.
Oh, maybe.
But it works great and I don't get burned.
Mm-hmm.
I got a nice... It looked tan to me earlier today, but now I just look like a normal color. You're tanner than me. You go outside more.
Yeah, I'd say we're pretty even. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. So I've been battling that, and I do have to give a shout out. So I have someone working at a company, so if you're local in Buffalo, working on some hardscaping for me around the pool. It was so dug out, so uneven, like it was awful. So we're getting stone put around it, and then I have stone out in my front yard, but it's very sparse and weeds are growing up like crazy. So, but then it's hard to dig out because weeds are growing up between rocks. So he's also working on that. He is doing an amazing, amazing job. So if you're local from the Buffalo area, check out American Hardscape Landscaping, LLC. Not a sponsor, just highly recommend because he is doing an amazing job. And then I have to start back to the grind tomorrow. I don't know if I'm ready for it.
I was not ready today.
No. I think I heard you leaving, kind of. I don't know. I was still sleeping.
I was doing great on time until I could not find my wallet.
Oh, no. Where was it?
It was in a bag because I didn't use it since Saturday when I went to the hair appointment.
Oh, so it was in our bag that we had.
Yeah.
See, we spend so much time at the hair appointment. We pack a bag like children.
We got there at 10 and we left around 2.
Yeah. So I always bring like a water bottle, plus we buy a coffee, and then I bring my book. Yeah. So there's a lot going on there. So a dragonfly can eat hundreds of mosquitoes a day. Here are 10 plants to attract dragonflies. Oh, I didn't like look it up. I don't know what the plants are. I just thought the dragonfly was cute in the photo. They show daisies. So daisies might be one. So like if you see dragonflies around your pool, like they're nice. They're not going to bite you, even though they're big and scary. They actually eat mosquitoes and other bugs. So just, you want them around your pool actually.
Yeah. They are a little freaky sometimes.
Yeah, but they're so pretty and cute. And then scientists have discovered that octopuses occasionally punch fish for no apparent reason other than spite or annoyance. They're just on the bottom there in the ocean, just punching. I'll say punching people, but that's not true. Punching fish.
Yeah.
We kind of identify with that.
Yeah.
So, all right. We are ready to go on to Reddit stories?
Yes, we are. Okay. 1 second, please. Loading. This was a listener send-in, cross-posted, and posted originally on Am I the Asshole by ThrowRA-Wife. Am I the asshole for making my boyfriend get rid of his toy collection?
No.
My boyfriend has always called himself a kid at heart. He collects toys from quite a few different series: wrestling, TMNT, X-Men, anime, etc. We are in our 20s. But they aren't for collecting purposes. They're all out of the box, and he plays with them. Whenever he thinks I'm asleep, I can hear him mimicking the voices of the characters doing commentary, and I'll peek in the room and see him actually playing with them. There's another thing. It's a small apartment, and he's got a whole room just for them, and a whole dresser full of parts and cards. Their guns and weapons and such. But they're confined to that room. None of them are anywhere else. When he comes home from work, it's one of the first things he does, plays with his toys. We get packages from eBay or Amazon almost twice a week, but he still makes time for me. I thought it was cute and endearing at first, but we've got a baby on the way, and my friends are laughing at me. Sounds like you're dating a 12-year-old. With the baby, I want to use that room for something like a nursery. I politely asked him how he'd feel about getting rid of them, but he said no. I said something about giving them to charity, but again, he said no. I brought up that it could give us a lot of extra money if we sold them, but he still denied. I asked about the baby, but he said we'd budget it out like we always do. He'll spend less on figures, but selling his collection is out of the question. I told him that they could make some other kid, a less fortunate kid, happy. And teasing from my friends has continued. They all kept telling him he needs to grow up. Word got to his father. According to my boyfriend, his father wouldn't let him buy anything like that after 12, but when he moved out, he could buy all the figures he wanted. I showed his dad pictures of the toy room, and he was shocked. He got mad and said we're stopping that right now, that he wanted me to help him grow up. This morning, my boyfriend was sleeping in when his dad came over. He grabbed a big trash bag and started just grabbing handfuls and putting them inside. When he was almost done, I told my boyfriend what was going on and that it was for his own good. He ran out and saw the room was empty and his dad with 2 big trash bags, leaving with them. He tried taking the bag and begging him to quit, but he didn't. His dad said it's time to grow up, and he started crying and sat down. But he was yelling at us about how those are all he does. Even though he had me, Dad agreed with me. You got your lady and a kid on the way. You don't need this shit. He was sobbing. His dad put them in the car and left. He's tossing them in the trash. I told my boyfriend I was sorry, but it had to be done. To think about the baby. But then he yelled at me and about how he would throw all this, how he could throw the stuff I collected away. He didn't actually throw them out, just a bluff. It was actually all donated to a thrift store. Was this truly wrong of me?
Yes, absolutely yes. Why would they just think that that's okay? That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So I see, like, it's a small apartment and they need a room for the baby, but it doesn't mean his stuff needs to be thrown out. Like, ridiculous.
Well, right. And then if you say, like, we have a small apartment, baby's coming, we may have to put some of these in storage for right now, or, we have to donate some. I would let him make the choice of what he wants to keep, what he wants to get rid of, what do we have room for. It should be a joint effort, not just someone packing up your stuff and
No. Or maybe, like, yeah, the baby's small, so maybe we'll keep your, like, half the room can have it, and then we'll figure out what to do, or maybe you look at a bigger place.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, I actually feel really bad for him. That's wrong and traumatizing. Could you imagine all your stuff? Like, imagine you have a lot of clothing. So what if I just got rid of 90% of your clothing, left you, like, the very minimum, you just come home, you'd be a little bit traumatized.
Yeah, it's awful. The dad's awful, too.
Yeah, he really is. And she went behind his back with the dad.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that. You're a partnership.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be the two of you against the problem. So the problem, okay, is the toys and less space. So let's, like, come up with a plan so it works for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
No. Top comment, you're the asshole. Pretty sure you're about to be a single parent. And someone replied, 100% agree. What she did was hurtful and cruel. She also involved the father of the boyfriend. The father is also an asshole. Hopefully the poor guy will find someone who will appreciate him and accept his hobby.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, poor guy. It's awful.
It really is. I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the trauma. So I was wrong. She is the asshole.
Yep, 100%.
It's going to be bedtime before I can drink my drink.
Oh, yeah, they're frozen.
I have a frozen drink, the kind that you can buy. They're from, like, the grocery store or whatever. There's not, like, a lot of alcohol, but it's a frozen raspberry mojito. But it's like, I really just wanted it now.
Yeah, those things take a ton of time to thaw out if they're not, like, out in the sun.
Well, because I think it's mostly sugar and water. That's why.
Yep.
I just want it now.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Okay. So, moving on, we're going to wedding drama, posted by acrobat_balance681. The bride told us to wear neutrals, then got upset that no one wore color.
Okay.
I attended a wedding last weekend for a coworker I'm friendly with. It was a lovely event, outdoor ceremony, simple decorations, and honestly, a very chill vibe overall. But there was a weird bit of tension that started before the wedding even happened, and it came to a head at the reception. In the invitation, under dress code, the bride had written, "Please wear neutrals." Think beige, cream, soft gray, taupe, or dusty rose. Let the flowers bring the color. I thought that was a cute idea and respected her wishes. I ended up wearing a soft beige jumpsuit, and most of the other guests were in similar shades: creams, tan, champagne, dusty pinks. Very muted and elegant. But at the reception, during her toast, the bride jokingly said, "I thought you guys would surprise me with a few pops of color, but I guess everyone really listened." It got an awkward laugh, but you could tell she was genuinely disappointed. Later on, I overheard her talking to her friends, saying it looks like everyone was dressed for a funeral. A few people started wondering if they had misunderstood the dress code. We all did a double check, and the wording was pretty clear. She didn't say optional neutrals, she asked for them. I even texted the group I came with before we arrived, and we confirmed the exact phrasing. Now, some mutuals are saying she's annoyed at how seriously everyone took it and that she wanted more vibrancy in the photos. Personally, I think if you want a specific look, you have to own it, not get passive aggressive when people do what you ask. It wasn't a blowout or anything, but definitely left some guests feeling awkward, especially those who spent time and money picking something that would fit her theme.
Yeah, I think she didn't realize what all neutrals would look like
Yeah.
out there. Plus, it kind of blends in with you, so I could see
Yeah, the creams and the beiges
lots of
are...
beiges. I mean, you could find some really cute beige jumpsuits, but if everyone's like in the same, it'd be very muted and very like blah.
Yeah.
I think she saw it on a Pinterest board and thought,
Oh,
"Oh
I'm
my God,
sure.
what a great idea!" And then once you have the reality, you're like, "Oh, this is very
Here's
boring and
my
somber."
muted wedding.
Very muted, somber-looking wedding.
Top comment, "Oh no, she got what she asked for." OP said, "Seems like she did exactly what she asked for. Sometimes that's just how it goes."
Yeah, I think sometimes you don't realize what it's truly going to look like until, the
Yeah.
reality.
Though it does sound very elegant. I'm
It sounds
imagining like a
elegant.
summer, like outdoor wedding for some reason.
Mhm. Yeah, but then I'm also noticing, like, I think for a summer party, that would be fun, but for a wedding, it would look very somber. So it depends what look you're really wanting. Like, I'd want some at least pops of, like, baby blues in there and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but if it's just all, like, mostly neutrals and creams, then you're not popping out because you're white. If you wear white for a wedding dress, that really pops with
That
other
is true. No,
colors.
you're just blending right in with the colors then.
Yep. So she's not having that pop for herself for her wedding
No.
photos.
Well, she made that choice.
Speaking of that, we have a really busy week this week.
Yes, we have a wedding list to go to this weekend.
Yes, well, not only the wedding, I was thinking we have a concert on
Thursday,
Thursday,
yep.
and then Friday rehearsal dinner, and then Saturday wedding.
Whole day. Weddings are a whole thing.
Whole day. Well, they're a big thing.
Well, yeah, it's a very big thing.
So, see, one of the most important moments of your life, to be honest. So,
Well, yes.
it should be a big thing.
Yes. But for everyone, it's got to be a big thing.
Yes, it does for everybody. Are you just going to go to the Justice of the Peace area?
Yeah.
I hope I can be there at least.
We'll see.
That's so mean. I'd be so sad.
What if it's just Anthony?
I'd be extra sad that you invited a family member.
We each get to pick one family member.
No, I want to be there.
Well, if one mom is going, then both moms have to go.
Then it turns into a small wedding.
Then it turns into a wedding.
Yeah. You want the dress.
I want the dress. I think I want Anthony to marry me.
He said he's not doing any of that anymore.
He wouldn't do it if I asked him?
I'm sure he would do it if I asked him.
He did it once. What do you mean? It's not like he had a whole career out of it.
He's like,
he married one couple.
I have retired. No, I'm sure he would marry you if you asked him. So, yeah, I would say you don't want him in the wedding, but I guess he would be in the wedding. He has the most important job of the wedding. So, yeah, that would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. So, I'll be there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't want him on my side.
Why?
Throw everything off.
What do you mean? Guys and girls can go on either side.
I could. I don't want him being my maid of honor.
He could be. He could be fun.
I'll consider this.
No, there might be an Amanda upset. But you know what? If you have your sibling do
No
it.
Amandas will get upset.
No Amandas will get upset. Well, you're a co-maid of honor, so I heard your speech even working on it. Sounds very good, Amanda, if you're listening.
She doesn't listen anymore.
She gave up on us?
She gave up.
Actually, she's not driving into work in the morning, and that's probably why.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, we have people from all over the world.
One person in Germany.
One person in Russia.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. I think we've lost Dave. Anthony hasn't been on in a while. I haven't seen the UK on there anymore. We've lost the UK.
All right, we're keeping the wedding
Okay.
theme. From 2 takes posted by Hopeful-Fix727, the groom blocked me and everything, but no one said a word, and I'm still in the bridal party, starting to feel like I shouldn't be. Ow! Bad cat. Bit me.
Her cat's on her lap and it bit her.
I, 27 female, am supposed to be a bridesmaid in my high school friend's 28 female wedding later this year. We've been friends for over a decade, and have been pretty close over the years. Group events, group chat messaging, dinners, parties, things like that. Lately, though, our political differences have been showing. I lean pretty liberal and value empathy and basic human rights, and myself as a minority have stay current on changes. She's very conservative, Fox News in the background while cooking kind of conservative, and her fiancé is the same way. To keep things peaceful, we've just silently agreed not to talk politics. So here's where things got weird. I was trying to make a custom gift for them on Etsy that needed a picture of the couple. So I went to find one on both hers and his Facebook. When I went looking for his, I couldn't find his account. Same thing on Instagram. I figured maybe he deleted his socials. Later, I mentioned it to my husband, and he proceeds to show me a post the fiancé made that day. So he didn't delete anything. He just blocked me. Now I'm sitting here confused on what I even did. I barely interact with him. We went to high school together, ran in the same circles. I'm guessing he didn't like something I posted. I do share current events and political stuff, but nothing aggressive or directed at anyone. I'm super mindful that coworkers and family follow me, so I'm not out here being unhinged on the timeline. But he felt so strongly about it enough to block me entirely instead of just muting or unfollowing. Does he even want me in the wedding? In their forever wedding photos? It just feels off. I've been debating on whether I should bring it up to my friend or just ignore it and keep it civil. But realistically, if he blocked me, I'm sure there's already been a convo between the two of them. I just feel awkward now, and that maybe the only reason she hasn't told me to step out of the wedding is because the money I've put in for the dress, bachelor party, bridal shower, and my assistance the day of. Do I say something or just show up in the matching dress and smile for the photos?
That's awkward. Like, you have to reach out to the bride and be like, I noticed that your husband has blocked me. Am I still part of your wedding? Like, you kind of need to know.
Yeah, that'd be awkward.
Because otherwise you're feeling uncomfortable, you're nervous showing up, or should I not show up?
Yeah, I wouldn't want the nerves.
I'd be overthinking it. My anxiety would be through the roof. Like, yeah, no, I just need to know.
Yeah.
Is there an update?
No update. Top comment. I read this as you're not particularly friends with the groom, and you're friends with the bride. But who cares if he blocked you? Which he probably did just so your post would stop showing up on his feed. Enjoy the wedding for your friend and be polite, but generally uninvolved with him.
Yeah, but is she talking? It seems like she's not really talking to her either, though. So I would still reach out.
Yeah, I would reach out to say, like, oh, just want to make sure.
Make sure we're still good for the wedding, or double check on the times. Make sure, like, you still want me.
Yeah. A comment here. Do you post a lot? I have a friend who I like, but she reposts at least 20 times a day. It did my head in, so I muted rather than blocked. I still talk to her and like her, but it was just so excessive. It wasn't even things I didn't like, just constant. Maybe just mention it in passing to her, like, hey, I was looking for a cute pic of you and your fiance, and I couldn't find his profile. Did he delete it? The reaction will tell you what you need to know.
Yeah, and I agree. So during like election season or like something's going on, once I start seeing stuff over and over again, and a lot of times it will be the same people like reposting 4 or 5 times, I hit mute or snooze for like 30 days.
Yeah.
Just because it's not even like I disagree. It's just like, okay, I don't want to see this.
Yeah, so it could just be something like that.
Well, it sounds like he actually blocked her, not muted her. And that's also okay. Like, you can be friends with the bride and not have much to do with the groom.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine. Oh, your cat's very bitey
She
tonight.
is. It's very annoying right now.
She's lying on your
Ow!
lap, but she's biting
No, she's
you.
clawing me.
You little miso.
All right. From To I Takes a While Inspection 3348, my mother-in-law gave me a family ring that turned out to be fake from Walmart.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, I want to hear this. Why?
So this isn't tragic, but it's the pettiest betrayal I've ever experienced. I, 29 female, recently got engaged to my fiance, 30 male. His mom insisted on giving me a family heirloom engagement ring, her great-grandmother's. I was touched. It was a beautiful vintage-style ruby ring. I offered to get it cleaned and appraised before resizing. She got weirdly cagey about it, just said, wear it as is. Resizing will ruin it. Well, out of curiosity won, and I took it to a jeweler. It was a $29.99 fake from Walmart fashion section, literally plated brass with glass. I laughed so hard, I cried. When I told my fiance, he was furious. Apparently, mother-in-law has a real family ring she gave to his brother's girlfriend last year. They've already broken up. When we confronted her, she went into full victim mode. I don't think she'd appreciate the real one. No apology, just guilt tripping and fake tears. I'm buying my own damn ring now, and I'll probably be wearing it with my middle finger.
That's funny. Though, until you're like going to propose or married, if I had a family heirloom ring, I would not be handed.
Yeah, but they got engaged.
Oh, yeah.
She gave it to the brother's girlfriend.
That's just the first problem, girlfriend. That's why I said, like, maybe they weren't, but they were engaged.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I think if with giving it, there would be stipulation you need to give it back if you break up. If it's been in the family.
They got it back. They didn't clarify, but I assume they got it back.
I would hope so.
Now, you can't keep a family heirloom.
But I wouldn't lie about it. I wouldn't give someone like a $29 ring and say, hey,
this is the great-grandmother's.
Keep it safe. Yeah.
Good.
No, sure, I didn't get it back because the girl lost it, right? Or supposedly lost it.
No?
Oh, for some reason I thought
she getting this stuff from?
My mind is making up a new story as we go along.
No, they said they gave the family ring to the brother's girlfriend last year, and they've already broken up.
Oh, they broke up. For some reason, I thought, and she lost it.
No.
Okay.
Top comment. When she asks for photos of grandchildren, give her the prints from the frames you buy at Walmart, or text her stock photos of children with watermarks, like Shutterstock, all over them. When she complains, her response is, I didn't think you'd appreciate the real ones.
That's a little too petty. Like, usually I like petty, but that's a little too petty.
I like that. Ow. This cat's gotta go. Ow!
She is biting you. You and Misa are fighting.
Oh,
but now she's purring.
I wonder if that'll be kept.
That's so cute. Well, I hope it's not cut out in the sound, but I hope you heard the cat purring because it was just so cute and loud. So now how can you make her get down if she's purring?
She's been purring while she bites me.
It makes her happy.
All right, from To Our Takes, remarkable_echo 05077. I found out why my partner of 5 years hasn't proposed to me yet.
Why?
My partner, 30 male, and I, 25 female, have been together for 5 years. We have lived together for 4. We are very much in love. We have a home and pets together, and I have no complaints about our relationship. I really am happy with him, and we have great chemistry. We have talked about engagement/marriage before. Personally, I'm not too set on marriage right now, but I do like the idea of at least getting engaged and having a ring. Whenever I would bring up the topic, he would get really avoidant and make a joke or try to change the subject. It was confusing to me considering we have had this talk before and he wants to be with me forever, but I finally found out why. He told me that he wants to have kids and wants to ensure that the person he marries also wants kids. I do not want kids. We have had multiple discussions about it afterwards, but never actually came to any sort of agreement. He basically thinks I'm going to change my mind in the future since I'm still young. And I don't say anything is impossible, but I'm pretty sure I won't change my mind. I know what goes into motherhood and into raising a child, and honestly, I just don't think it's for me. Also, I have a career that having a kid would really hinder. Since we have never come to any conclusion, I'm pretty sure he's just willing to wait and spend as much time with me until he's ready to start a family and see if I've changed my mind or not. And that's when we'll make the actual decision. But I can't help but have this mental block knowing eventually this is probably going to end. As much as I don't want to, this isn't just something either of us should have to sacrifice. I totally respect him for wanting to be a father, and I would never want him to give that up to be with me, which he has kind of hinted at before. So I'm really torn. I don't know what to do. It would, of course, break my heart to break up at any point. But is this something we need to decide now, or should we wait it out? Has anyone else been in this position? Also, I want to mention that he's very set on not breaking up anytime soon. I also don't want to break up, of course, but I agree with some of you saying that it's not fair to either of us. I would prefer if he made that decision and not me. But I know he won't, so it's a hard position for me considering how deeply involved we are.
Oh, that's it. I thought there was more. Yeah, I think you just have that difficult conversation and you break up if you both want different things. I mean, obviously, he must really like you. He stayed with you for 5 years. Obviously, things are going well for you in the relationship. But when it's not, if you guys really want these big differences, she's right. Neither one of you should have to sacrifice. So I think that it's time to break up at this point.
Yeah, I don't think she really waste each other's time and continue to do it until he's ready to start a family.
Well, no one likes to feel like they're a placeholder either. Like, that's not a good feeling. Like, oh, he's just with me until he finds, his future wife and mother of his children. Yeah, no, that's not when you have the conversation. Or maybe he's also maybe he's hoping he will feel differently as well. I don't know, but it's been 5 years, so I think you both would know. That's a long time to be with someone. Some marriages don't even last that long.
Yeah. Top comment. Time to end it. You want fundamentally different lives. Stop wasting each other's time. It will be painful, but for the best for both of you. Don't have a child for someone else, and don't be the reason someone else doesn't have a child.
Profound.
Very profound.
No,
I agree.
I 100% agree. I think you both have to be on the same page. I mean, it's one thing if you don't know how, like you both want kids, but not sure how many. You can come to an agreement because once you start having kids, it might change anyway. But yeah, I think it's time to move on.
Yep, I agree. Just like we're moving on to Hot Takes Post, opposite dash bed, 1358.
Nice segue.
My boyfriend kept asking me to moan louder. Turns out he was recording me.
Oh my God, no. I think that's illegal, actually.
I think
without
so.
consent.
This still doesn't feel real to write. I, 25 female, have been dating A, 27 male, for a year. Things were good. We had amazing chemistry, and he made me feel sexy until recently. He kept asking me to moan louder during sex. At first, I didn't think much of it. Some people are just into that. But then it got to a point where it felt very forced, like I was performing, not enjoying. I told him it made me self-conscious, and he said it was just a turn on, and it dropped. Or so I thought. Last week, I used his laptop to log into my email because mine was glitching. He had left a folder open by accident, and it was full of audio files, literally labeled by date. When I clicked one, it was me, moaning, saying his name, our sex, recorded, without my consent. I confronted him immediately. He didn't even deny it, just said, wasn't that serious, and that he only used the mic, not a camera. Like that made it better. Makes it better.
A little bit better. Not much. I mean, if the bar's in hell, it makes it better.
He also admitted that he shared a few clips with his friends in a group chat as a joke.
Okay, no. Okay, nope, he's got to go.
I dumped him on the spot, blocked him, and filed a report. His friends tried to text me to chill and that he's going through it. Good. I hope he rots. I feel violated in a way I can't even describe.
That is disgusting. Like, you might have been able to get over if it was just for his use, but like,
he's sharing it.
But he's sharing it. No, that's disgusting. I would have filed a report too.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure that is illegal. She did not consent. Better than video, but not much. But
still horrible.
Yes, absolutely. I'd be so angry.
Yeah. Top comment: he's going through it. He and his friends are morons, and none of them should get into relationships. Keep pushing for the charges, and don't let the police or him stop you pushing forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, another comment. If any of these guys have girlfriends or situationships, she should also let them know. At the very least, to let the poor girls know what kind of guys they're dating. They'll also to check to see if they've been recorded too. Oh, yeah, what if they're passing them back and forth?
That's what I'm thinking, because why would you? Oh, it's just a joke. It's not funny. Why would you send that?
Yeah, that's not a joke.
It's not a joke. So they might be passing around their girlfriends and what it sounds like to have sex. They're
Gross.
morons. They're gross.
That's gross.
They should just be with each other. They're
Yeah,
friends.
at least she dumped him, though, right away.
Yeah, I'm glad. Instead of like waiting, not sure.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good, strong woman. Love it.
We're gonna go now to r/am I the angel? Am I... So I think that was reposted on there from Am I the asshole? So am I the asshole for telling my wife that she wasn't a virgin when we first met?
No.
Last year, my 42 male oldest son, Caleb, 19 male, came out as gay. My wife and I were both raised in strict Catholic households, so I was shocked at first, but I still love Caleb and been learning to have an open mindset. My wife, on the other hand, has been becoming completely religious and fanatic. She wasn't like this before, but something triggered her to become like this. She refuses to tell me what, but I have my suspicion that it was our son's coming out. Yesterday, our son came home from a college break and asked if his boyfriend, a fine young gentleman, I've met him before, could stay over for the night. I said yes, and imposed the same rules I would have for any straight couple. My wife, on the other hand, completely flipped. She said that she would not let sinful activities corrupt our house, and that this moral debauchery could happen in the daytime, but not at night.
Come on.
Then I snapped and reminded her of her past. When we met, she was always sleeping around, partying constantly, and had zero issues with premarital sex. I told her that she's a hypocrite because she had committed the same sins she was condemning. She told me that she is actively trying to atone for that, and I shouldn't mock her like that. She has been giving me the cold shoulder.
Good for him for pointing that out.
Yeah.
Like, what a hypocrite. And he's giving the same rules as he would for a straight heterosexual couple. It's just, separate beds or whatever his rules would have
whatever
been.
it was.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Like, just love your child. Like, come on. I hate when people act like that, and especially that she has a past that she was a little, I would consider wild. Not that I would critique it, but then don't judge other people.
Yeah, no.
Good for the dad, bad for the mom.
Yeah. Top comment: I will not allow this fine young gentleman to commit moral debauchery in my house.
It's so dumb.
The response was me at my cat before his balls mysteriously disappeared.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, she's just being ridiculous. And a way to put up that wall against your son, because he's going to remember that, how she's acting, and they're not going to have a relationship.
No, not at all.
He'll have one with his father. He won't have a relationship with his mother because she's being ridiculous.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't blame him if she's being like that.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Terrible. At least the dad's better than the...
Yeah, I like the dad. And he's not making excuses for her. He's calling her out.
Yeah,
I like
which is
that.
good, yeah. At least it makes it a little better for the son. All right. From Two Hot Takes, posted by Lil Background _ 9173. My boyfriend used a hidden camera to prove I was faking my period pain.
What?
I, 25 female, have PCOS and get brutal, irregular periods. My boyfriend, 28 male, has always been weird about it. He acts like I'm exaggerating when I can't get out of bed or when I cancel plans because I'm curled up in pain. Last month, he told me he thought I was being dramatic. He even said he read online that women milk it for attention.
Brother.
Cue me to being furious. But this month, it got worse. He confessed while laughing that he set up a small motion-activated camera in our living room to prove I was moving around fine when I said I was too sick to meet his family for dinner. When I confronted him, he said he deleted the footage, I don't believe him, and said I was violating his trust by overreacting. I packed a bag and left that night. Guess who's now single and filing a report?
Yes? You having someone record you in your apartment?
Yeah, that's weird.
Motion center to make sure look, you were getting up, so you could have went to dinner. Like, come on, just believe your partner.
Yeah.
There's no trust. That's ridiculous. And some women do not have painful periods. Some have very painful periods. Mm-hmm. I believe the woman telling me what she's experiencing.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Awful.
Terrible. Can you imagine being recorded every time you got up and moved around in your house?
That'd be weird.
It'd be so weird.
Top comment saying that you were violating his trust after he set up hidden cameras is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
weird.
Way to gaslight. You're
Yeah.
violating me. Like, no.
Yeah.
You violated me. That's crazy.
Another comment, good. This is only the beginning of the things he will do to attempt to control you. No matter what good traits he has, let someone else deal with him. There are good men out there.
No, definitely better than that aren't recording you when you don't know
just
about it.
believe her. Jeez.
Right. I mean, there are times when you say, oh, you might tell someone, I just want to stay home. We should be able to believe that they just want to stay home.
Mm-hmm.
Or I have cramps. I want to stay home. It doesn't mean that you won't get up off the couch if you have cramps.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Where's that? He also wouldn't show the video.
Yeah, because she probably was curled up in a ball.
Yeah.
Or she had a wormie on her belly, like just
I love the
relaxing.
wormies.
The wormies are great. If you don't have one, you should definitely get one. Again, not a sponsor. We just like wormies.
I gift them to all my female friends.
Yeah, you do.
And family. All right. I'm looking for a short one.
Let's say, do you have one more before we end the night?
The rest of these are pretty long. Ooh, definitely not that one.
It's probably really good, though.
Oh, I'm sure it is, but it's too long. We're gonna go to... Okay, we'll end with a wedding one.
Okay.
From r/wedding, temporary logical 34/7 posted it. I recently got married and I hated my wedding day.
Oh, that's sad.
I recently got married to my partner of a long, long time. I've always wanted to get married, but I imagined my wedding day to be vastly different from... Hold on. But I imagined my wedding day to be vastly different than him. I wanted a small, intimate affair, maybe even an elopement. But he wanted a large one. For years, we had a back and forth on how our day would go. And at the end, we decided if he wants a big one, he's planning it all. And he did a pretty damn good job. Pretty proud of him for that. But every time I think of that day, or I'm reminded of that day, I hate it. I hated how overwhelming it felt. It generally felt like a circus show with a number of people I didn't know watching me walk down the aisle. I hated the whole wedding planning process. I also noticed my partner's personality changing along the way. Our photos came back, and I don't even care how to narrow it down to any of the favorites, because if I look at the photos, I re-feel what I felt in that moment: annoyance, exhaustion, and frustration. Quite frankly, I hate everything about weddings in the wedding industry. Every vendor will say it's all about the bride and the groom and what they want, but in reality, it's what their price tag is. I realize if it's the couple's idea, it'll cost them. If it's the vendor's idea, it's complimentary. It generally blows my mind with the amount of people that actually go through the whole affair for one day of their lives. And the worst part is that these vendors take extreme advantage. Still having a really hard time accepting the planning and how the day went with the price tag it came out to be. Anyone else feel the same?
Wow. I mean, weddings are expensive. He planned it, and you're impressed with him.
I can't believe he planned the whole thing.
I know. Like, she shouldn't have agreed to it if she is going to feel that way. The point is marrying your person. He wanted the grand big wedding because he was happy about this life-changing moment. Like, it's so sad that she's like, I hated it. I can't even pick out a photo. I don't like it.
Yeah, I can't even look at the photos. It should still be a happy moment.
It should be.
Like, yeah, it's bigger than I really wanted it to be, but it was still nice, and I got to marry my husband.
Exactly, because it's really about the two of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually feel bad for him that she feels that way, because you have no idea how much effort it is to plan a big wedding.
I know. Yeah, you notice his personality changing, maybe because he was putting so much effort in it and you're just bringing him down.
I know, complaining about it as he's trying to plan all these things.
It's like I've been up for 3 days straight.
Making it nice, and then you do seating charts and like all of that. It's all so stressful.
It is.
No, and he just wanted a nice day to marry you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of annoyed with her.
Team husband.
She married a good one.
I mean, it sounded like we talked about it and she agreed to it, so...
Right. Once you agree to it, just accept the day. Like,
yeah, she didn't even have to worry about anything other than probably just getting a dress.
So she agreed to it, but she really didn't feel it. So don't agree to things if you truly aren't going to just let it go and go with the flow then.
Yeah, agreed.
I think that's what she did, but it's too late. So you think you'd look at your wedding photos and think, oh my gosh, that's me and my husband. I love it. You don't want photos with your husband? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going on the wall, just you and your husband.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Maybe a small one with your bridal party. I mean, are they not your friends? Like, Is it not your family? So
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Very strange.
I agree.
All right, we're going to end it here.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you for joining us. There's a little shorter one this week, but
It's okay.
it's been a holiday weekend.
Holiday weekend. Happy you're getting anything.
Okay. Anyway, so like, follow, subscribe. Please join us. What are you doing with your hand? She's like doing some weird things. Like, follow, subscribe. At the Raining Cats and Dogs on Instagram.
R_cats_and_dogs_pod on Reddit.
All right. Everyone have a great week and
goodbye.
Be kind. Oh, and Amanda, if you're listening, have a great week. Bye.
Bye.